What's up guys, Megazardsy here. Today I have two replays for you. One is this PU replay, and then if I click over here, I also have an LC replay, Little Cup. That's all I've been playing, PU and Little Cup. I actually didn't plan on which one I'm going to start with, but I guess I'll start with Little Cup now I'm here. My opponent has a very interesting team. Honedge is, it's cool and has very good stats. But on the other hand, it's weak to knockoff and a bunch of pretty common stuff, so I don't really see it a lot. The leap, haven't seen that for a long time. It's bulky, but it's gone out of favor with knockoff and Poniard becoming more popular, stuff like that. Has tentacle. That's also pretty unusual. And then he's got three good things, Mienfu, Houndour, and Arkin. I kind of know what to expect from them, but my opponent definitely has some cool stuff, and I'm definitely liking the team. I still have my Little Cup team with Diglett. That is the new Pokemon I'm trying out there. Now I'm currently testing out Timber, because I literally cannot figure out what to put in that final slot. It's so annoying. Anyway, let's go. Lead Onyx, lead Mienfu, that's fine. Gonna go for Rocks in before the taunt, so that's pretty beautiful. Even if I don't get rocks, I'm not too upset. Goes for the knockoff as I explode. This is all very normal. This is how I always lead. Rocks, explode, do it again. Go into Diglett just to trap it. I don't really care if Mienfu's alive, since it generally loses to both Tortuga and Fletchling, but Diglett's not going to have too much of a purpose this battle. Sends in Lilip, and actually, Diglett's Sash would have been nice for both Houndour and Honedge. I want to switch out and let him get up rocks, and Lilip beats both Tortuga and Fletchling. Just straight up acrobatics, waterfall, stone edge, overheat, eats it all up. So I'm just going to weaken it just so I can take out the Lilip, and all of a sudden my sweep just became a hell of a lot easier. Gonna kill him with Abra. Houndour comes in, I'm just gonna sack Abra, or lose its Sash to kill the Houndour, because Houndour is faster than Fletchling and has Dark Pulse flinch chances on Tortuga, and getting you out of the way is also really cool, as Honedge is going to come in to revenge me. That's fine, I'm just going to let him die. I don't want to risk him predicting Poniard and going for Shadow Claw, and I don't have Shadow Ball and Abra anyway. Gonna go into Poniard and click Knockoff. I know it won't kill, and he almost certainly has Sacred Sword, which he does, which is right set to run. But that doesn't matter, because now that this thing is weakened, I can come into Fletch, weaken this, and Tortuga is going to win. Once I smash, I can Waterfall the Arkin, and Stone Edge the Tentacle. Goes into Tentacle, not Arkin, for the Fletchling. That was a little confusing. I am going to waste the Berry Juice, which is pretty cool. But he Scalds me, doesn't get the burn, that's cool, so I get to weaken the Tentacle a bit more, as he's just going to take me out with the Scald. And at this point, all I have to go is go into Tortuga, and smash to win. That's literally all I have to do. So he's going to Scald, and he gets the burn. But that's fine. I can still win, because all I have to do is kill it with Stone Edge, and then Arkin comes in, I can just click Waterfall, or even Aqueduct. I don't really have to worry. Then I miss a Stone Edge. Now this is where things get annoying, because the only way I could have lost is where burns me on the first turn, not the second, because if he hadn't burned me with the first Scald, I could have killed him with Waterfall, and gets a critical hit like that. Not a crit. Misses a Stone Edge. Going to Arkin, I'm just going to Waterfall Aqua Jet, as he happens to be a really fast variant of Arkin, and I'm going to come through with 1 HP. And that totally caught me off guard. I figured, based on the team, it's really bulky offense. I figured that would be some sort of defensive Arkin, and then it turns out to be Scarf Arkin. All my assumptions just go straight out the window. Second battle, PU battle. This one I just had today. That last one I had yesterday against SuperBlah 411. I feel like that's a YouTube name that I recognize from somewhere. I'm honestly not sure. Has some sort of sticky web team. That's pretty obvious. Garbodor is a cool mon. It's used in the top of NU, so it's pretty cool. Musharna used to be really good in NU, and then Dark types and Knockoff just became a lot more viable. Bouffalant is a great Pokemon this tier. Substrike is pretty good. He's got a generally good team. The only interesting part is Mantine on a Sticky Web team, because Leavanny's Suicide Sticky Web, so I'm assuming the Mantine is not Defog. It's some sort of offensive Mantine, which is really interesting. So I can see the Leavanny lead. Just going to go with Scarf Vanillix, click Ice Beam. I'm just going to try to kill it before it can do anything else. Sticky Web is a trade-off for having something dead. That's fine. I don't really need a bunch of fast stuff. I actually saved the Suicide lead, which is a good play. It just caught me a little bit off guard. I'm going to swap out of there, going to spin the wheel to Lampent, as Psyshock's not going to do very much, and at this point, I really think Bouffalant's coming in. I'm going to click Will-O-Wisp. That turned out to be a bit unfortunate, as I get hit with a Shadow Ball, and that does a lot of damage. I don't really like that, and at this point, all I can really do is Shadow Ball. Spin the wheel dies a lot. I'm not sure what to put on here, but I'm not really taking this team too seriously. I just play for fun while I'm waiting for Little Cup matches, because nobody plays Little Cup. Saxley Vanny goes into Zebstrika. I'm just going to let him click Volt Switch and see what he goes into. I'm not really too concerned with keeping it around. I'm at 11%. Even with Pain Split, it's just not worth it. Goes into the Masharna, and I'm just going to go into the AV Bouffalant, because I know I can eat up any hit. I'm still faster after the Sticky Web. I run no speed, and I guess he doesn't run any speed either, despite being Sticky Web. Goes in the Garbodor. I'm just going to try to get off some damage. Gunk Shot does a reasonable amount, as Earthquake is going to do over half, and he switches into the Mantine, which I really wanted to predict, but I didn't want to over-predict, so I'm just going to go for an Earthquake, as I know I can still eat up any one hit, because I am Assault Vest. He does turn out to be Life Orb Hydro Pump. That's pretty cool. Go for the Rock Slide, and right here he's going to miss the Hydro Pump. That's unfortunate. It would have been a double down, and instead, once he revenges me, I am going to get the Switch Initiative, so that is pretty good for me. He goes into his own Bouffalant, which is going to outspeed, definitely, because the Sticky Web probably runs speed and mine doesn't. All that stuff. I'm just going to go into Torterra, because nothing I have can just take this out, so I need to weaken this. He goes for the Frustration. That does a lot to bulky Torterra. Maybe I'm max attack? I could have sworn I was max HP, max defense. But this Bouffalant is leftovers not banned. That's still doing a ridiculous amount, as I'm just going to weaken the Bouffalant before I die. Which is cool. That's all I need Torterra to do. I mean, Zebstrika probably has Overheat, and Garbodor has Gunk Shot, which probably wouldn't take it out, but I don't really need Torterra. Did his job. I'm just going to go into Vanillix and revenge him with an Ice Beam, because that's basically what Vanillix does, but he lives with 1%! And I'm like, god damn it, and kills me with a crit, which I don't think mattered, because I'm Vanillix, but whatever. Have to go into Swoobat and revenge him. And at this point, Swoobat Man is pretty amazing, but you've got his Zebstrika right here, and there's not much I can do. I tried to Calm Mind. I might have been able to live if I was faster, but I'm not. So, all I have left is Dragonair, and Swoobat Man is the sweeper that I have showed a few different times, but Dragonair is also really threatening. This thing has amazing bulk with Violite, and Rest Talk with that Marvel Scale. Dragonair is just so bulky. Goes into the Garbodor, tries to get me, and at this point I'm just going to click Outrage, as that does take him out, but I totally forgot about Aftermath and Rocky Helmet, which is what this always runs, and at this point, Zebstrika is here. I have to KO with this Outrage. I know I'm +2, but I don't run any attack, and it's a Dragonair, and I am going to take out the Zebstrika. So it was a really, really close game to SuperBlah 411. I really feel like that guy has a channel, so I will look that up, and if he does, I will put it in the description down below. And yeah, so those were some battles. Happy battles, guys.